6 maple syrups you should verify, and 2 truly pure ones. At Culinary Cipher, we don't just read labels, we decode them. Decode your plate. Today, we're looking at a condiment almost nobody checks. The bottle on your shelf says syrup. It's brown, it's sweet, and it pours over pancakes just fine. But a huge number of the most popular maple syrups in America contain no maple at all, not even a single drop. And the law lets them sit on the same shelf, at nearly the same eye level as the real thing. So before you pour it over another stack this weekend, let's verify what's actually inside that bottle. Because the gap between the two is bigger than you think, and you might be paying real maple money for flavored corn syrup. The whole trick comes down to one missing word. The real product says pure maple syrup. That's it. Maple sap, boiled down, nothing added. But the cheaper bottles say syrup, or original syrup, or breakfast syrup, or table syrup. That wording is the legal signal that you're holding a corn syrup product, usually corn syrup and high-fructose corn syrup, plus water, caramel color to fake that warm amber glow, preservatives, and artificial maple flavor cooked up in a lab. Once you train your eye to look for that one word, pure, you will never get fooled in the syrup aisle again. Let's walk through the 6 you'll want to double check, and then the bottle's actually worth buying. Number 1. Aunt Jemima, now sold under the name Pearl Milling Company. Same product, rebranded box. Flip it over and the leading ingredients are corn syrup and high-fructose corn syrup, with caramel color and flavoring doing the maple impression. The front does not say pure maple, because it can't. This is the bottle most American kids grew up thinking tasted like maple. What they actually tasted was the flavor lab. Number 2. Mrs. Butterworth's. That cozy bottle shape is doing a lot of marketing work. But the ingredient deck tells the real story. A corn syrup base, water, salt, preservatives, and artificial and natural flavor. There is a reason the word maple appears big on the front and barely registers on the back. Verify it yourself and you'll see the costume. Number 3. Log Cabin. Sold for generations as the homey, all-American maple pour. Read closely and you'll find a corn syrup forward formula. Some versions now advertise no high-fructose corn syrup, which sounds like a real upgrade, but swapping in regular corn syrup and sugar instead still isn't maple. It's a slightly different sugar blend wearing the same outfit. Look for the word pure. It won't be there. Number 4. Hungry Jack. Built for the budget breakfast, and the formula matches the price tag. Corn syrups, water, color, flavor. Completely legal, perfectly sweet, and completely not maple. If your family swears this tastes like the real thing, that's the artificial flavor talking. And it's worth tasting genuine maple side by side just once, because you can't untaste the difference. Number 5. The Store Table Syrup. Great value. Members Mark, Hungry Jack's cheaper cousins, whatever your chain's house label is called. These are almost always the same corn syrup template in plainer packaging. Don't assume a simple-looking label means a simple ingredient list. A barebones brand can still hide a long back panel. Flip it and verify before you toss it in the cart on price alone. Number 6. The sugar-free and light pancake syrups across all of these brands. People grab these believing they're the healthy, responsible choice. But cutting the sugar usually means adding sucralose or another artificial sweetener, plus cellulose gum, sorbitol, preservatives, and the same synthetic maple flavor. You trade calories for a longer, more processed ingredient list. Verify what actually replaced the sugar before you assume sugar-free means cleaner. A lot of the time, it doesn't. Before we reveal the real maple syrups, imagine walking through the grocery store knowing exactly what every label is trying to hide. That's what we're building here at Culinary Cipher. One ingredient list, one food myth, one grocery trip at a time. Now let's look at the bottles that actually contain maple syrup, because the upgrade is genuinely worth understanding. Pure maple syrup has exactly one ingredient, maple syrup. It's graded by color, golden, amber, dark, and very dark, and that grade is purely about flavor strength, not quality. Golden is delicate, very dark is bold, and almost caramel-like. For pancakes and waffles, most people love amber or dark because the maple actually comes through. It costs more for a simple reason. It takes roughly 40 gallons of sap from a real maple tree to boil down into 1 gallon of syrup. You're paying for an actual food made by an actual process, not a flavor recipe assembled in a plant. And because the flavor is concentrated and real, you tend to use less of it, which closes the price gap more than you'd expect. Now, here are the 2 truly pure ones worth reaching for. First, Butternut Mountain Farm. Vermont maple, 1 single ingredient, clearly graded right on the front, and stocked in most major grocery chains. The label is refreshingly boring. No caramel color, because the color is real. No added flavor, because the flavor is real. Boring is exactly what you want in a maple bottle. The shorter the back panel, the better the syrup. Second, Coombs Family Farms. Organic, pure, family-run for generations, and easy to find on standard grocery shelves, not just specialty stores. 1 line on the ingredient list. That's the entire test, and they pass it. If the bottle in your hand reads like a chemistry worksheet, set it down. If it simply reads, maple syrup, you found the real thing. A few more honest mentions if those 2 aren't near you. Crown Maple, 365 by Whole Foods Organic Maple, and most Warehouse Club Pure Maple, like Kirkland's Signature, are the genuine thing. Pure maple, properly graded, 0 fillers. The Warehouse Club option is very often the best price per ounce on real maple you will find anywhere in the country, which surprises people who assume real maple has to be a splurge. Buy the big jug, keep it in the fridge after opening, and it lasts. Let's also kill a myth real quick, because it trips people up in the aisle. Natural flavor on a label does not mean maple. Natural flavor is a broad category that just means the flavoring started from a natural source somewhere. It can be built from dozens of compounds and still contain no maple whatsoever. So a bottle can say natural flavor, look wholesome, and still be corn syrup pretending to be something else. The only thing that guarantees maple is the word maple listed as the actual ingredient. Same goes for made with real maple on the front. That phrasing can legally mean a tiny percentage of real maple stirred into a corn syrup base. Percentages matter. Flip it and read the order of ingredients, because they're listed by weight, biggest first. If corn syrup is first and maple is fifth, you know exactly what you're really buying. And if you already own a bottle of the table syrup stuff, you don't have to feel bad or dump it. Use it up. It's fine on the occasional pancake. Just make your next bottle a real one and taste them back to back. That single comparison does more than any label lecture. Most people are genuinely shocked at how flat and one-note the artificial version tastes once they've had the real thing warm on a waffle. Here's the quick rule to carry into the store with you. The front label has to say pure maple syrup, not syrup, not breakfast syrup, not original, not table syrup. The back label should have exactly 1 ingredient. The moment you see corn syrup, high-fructose corn syrup, caramel color, cellulose gum, or natural and artificial flavor, you're holding table syrup. It isn't dangerous and nobody's saying throw it out in a panic. The point is simpler than that. You deserve to know whether you're buying maple or a convincing maple costume, especially when the costume often costs nearly as much. You don't need to overhaul your entire pantry tonight. Just flip the bottle next time you're standing in that aisle. 1 word on the front, 1 ingredient on the back. That's the whole verification. Do it once, and you'll catch it instantly forever. So check the bottle in your fridge right now. Go look, and tell me in the comments whether you've been pouring real maple or corn syrup in disguise this whole time. I genuinely want to know how many of you find out you've never actually tasted maple. At Culinary Cipher, we don't tell you what to eat. We show you what's actually on the label. Until next time, decode your plate.